All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Brightside. Today, my intention is to make this simple because I think it can be. And I'd like to keep it practical because that's what we're here doing, and living lives in practical scenarios. And so I want this to be a useful, functional thing. There is an acronym that I use with my clients that I did not initiate this. I found it somewhere else. I've seen a few different versions of it. So I don't think I can really properly credit where it came from initially, but you might be familiar with it, and it's the RAIN acronym. RAIN, RAIN. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk through this acronym so that you can have it. So when we're having an experience, when we're having a feeling, when we're having a reaction, when we're having an experience and something is happening, R stands for recognize. To just be able to recognize that, like, oh, I'm in the middle of this right now. To give that much space between the triggering event that's happening and your ability to observe it. Recognize. A stands for accept. Not to have any knee-jerk opinions or reactions about this thing that's going on. Can we just accept that it's happening and go from there? Now, I stands for inquire. I is where we start to get to shift into this process, because once we have recognized this thing and accepted it as it is, now we can observe it, and that allows us to start being curious, and that allows us to start asking, why is this coming up? Why is this important to me? And doing that type of self-inquiry process. And that takes as long as it takes to get good answers on those questions. Finally, in stands for nourish. This new pattern of responsiveness that you've created in your mind, in your body, this new pattern of responsiveness, we want to nourish that. We want to remember that that's what we're working on. Just like taking care of a garden, you plant those seeds, and then we have to tend to those seeds, and they're going to continue to have needs, and there's going to be weather, and like we can still nourish these new patterns of responsiveness that we're building so that they get to grow up big and strong and healthy. So RAIN, RAIN. Recognize that this thing is happening inside you. A feeling, a reaction, a toxic story, a happy story. Recognize that this thing is happening. Accept that it's happening without needing to push against it or judge it. And then start getting curious. Inquire. Do the self-reflection work so that you understand why it came up to begin with. That takes as long as it takes. And then ongoingly, we nourish that new responsive capacity. And I think that that's really useful. I think that it's pretty easy. I think that each individual stage of that process takes work and time and practice. And so the whole approach takes as long as it takes. But see what you think. See what you think about it, and let me know how it goes. Thank you.